Murli, you sowed this opening the point of the debate because you have done some research as a company on 5G and the Indian consumer. And like we discussed in our BT multimedia newsroom, first we used to say Dunya Muthi Mein hai, now our life is in the handset, and without a handset you are nobody. Tell us what are the key things, if I were to put the same question to you, is 5G just faster 4G?
All right, good afternoon everybody. So I'll come from a very strong consumer perspective here. And in some ways I'll play back Janta Ki Awaaz, as it may be. So we did this, okay, let me take a step back. Look, there are three key stakeholders in this entire puzzle. There are the mobile network operators, there are the handset manufacturers like Xiaomi, and then of course there is the consumer. And if you look at how each one of these three is going to be excited about 5G, of course handset manufacturers are excited. 5G creates a new opportunity to upgrade your handsets. We can sell more handsets. We can go up the price point, higher ASP, great for us. Same case for mobile service providers. This becomes a competitive advantage. More people can app for your network, and hence it is a win-win for you. But what is it for the consumer? And a few months ago, we went and spoke to, I think, upwards of 1,000 consumers and asked them a bunch of questions to understand, ki, boss, what do you really think about 5G? At that point of time, if I recall right, about 60% of the people had tried 5G. I don't know whether they are regularly using, but 60% of the people had tried 5G. Of the balance, they said, look, 88 out of 10, 80% said we will definitely want to opt for 5G. And then we asked them, okay, why do you want to opt for 5G? They said faster speed, uninterrupted connectivity, right? I mean, very, very smart term. So we probe deeper. What does that mean? And very similar to what the gentleman said, look, in 4G there is buffering, in 5G I hope there is no buffering, right? I want consistency in my connectivity regardless of wherever I am, and whether I'm in my office, at my home, or whether I'm on the move. And then we said, great, so what will you use this 5G for? They said, well, there is faster internet, faster bandwidth, and maybe I can download stuff faster. Maybe I can game better. Maybe, you know, streaming online entertainment is a lot more smoother, sleeker, cleaner, and so on and so forth. And then I took a step back and I wondered, look, what is this customer actually telling us? They just think 5G is a faster version of what used to exist in the past. And let us take a step back. We've had references to WhatsApp and YouTube. 4G had a few killer applications which are uniquely Indian. And maybe with some global implication. Video calling, WhatsApp video calling, anybody? Everybody here is in WhatsApp video calling, right? That is a unique child of 4G. YouTube is the #1 most used application in terms of time spent in India, right? YouTube would not be what it is without 4G, right? So 4G has created very, very clear, unique killer use cases which force a consumer to adopt 4G. My question is, what is it there in 5G? I would love to sell more 5G handsets. Today, above 15,000, most people are buying 5G handsets. But I'm asking myself, what are they going to use that for? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are fantastic use cases for 5G. Telemedicine, AR, VR, industrial automation, mobility. Perhaps there are many of such cutting edge use cases. My question is, yaar, ye consumer ke liye kya hai? Aap aur mere liye kya hai isme? And that's the big question that perhaps the entire ecosystem needs to come together the answer. It's not something that the mobile operators can solve by themselves. It's not something that handset manufacturers can solve by themselves. Perhaps it's a question where the startup community needs to come together, the government, the academia, everybody needs to come together and figure out what are these unique 5G use cases that make a difference to us. Now, let's not keep talking about AR, VR. Is it going to change the Aam Aadmi's life? Perhaps not. Like, what is the WhatsApp video calling? What is the YouTube equivalent of 5G is the question, and it's $1 billion question. That I think merits answer.
Have you found answers, even if partial, to this question that you are posing?
Answer in which one?
To the same question about what is that unique YouTube equivalent for 5G. Have you found an answer to that, partially or fully?
Not from a mobility perspective, right? In fact, I believe the first killer use case for 5G will actually be 5G at home, like AirFiber, Jio has AirFiber and so on and so forth. Why? Because fiber is not that widespread in India. So people might actually use 5G for their home broadband, and that could be the first killer use case for 5G, but that's not going to help my mobility use case.